So it's F450 and Super Mono time. Phil Page here, number 94, looking quite relaxed, and so he should do. Do you know he keeps that bike in his lounge, believe it or not? Connor Tagg here won the first race, and we've got Danny Murphy as well. It's well worth looking out for Danny. He's well capable of victory, but Robin, I mean, with the Yamaha on the front as well, it's anyone's race.
Certainly is. Tanya, Tilly, Kim, Jess and Dan, the young ladies down there on the grid, but the action now all about the two wheels, and we see the F450.com Moto450s and the Super Mono Cup runners away down towards Gerrard's for the first time. Varsky saw that splendid race earlier, that wonderful four-way battle at the front that ended with a win for Connor Tagg. Well, let's see how they go this time. One thing you can be assured of is that they'll be part of the ingredients at the front. Oh dear, well, make your mind up, boys, one at a time. Will Hodgson it is that just peels into Ed Wieners with a fractional advantage there for the first time Varsky. Tell you what, Steve, that runoff area, there's a bit of mud and water there. You wouldn't want to flatten it in there, would you?
No, absolutely not. And number 94, Phil Page, is just having a little look upside at the inside of one of the two of the super teams. I think he's going to have to start walking and talking like a super team in order to keep with these guys.
Yeah, Ben Gautry, though, getting a great start this time. There's Danny Murphy down in sixth, but Ben Gautry up into second place. And he's harassing Will Hodgson, and Connor Tagg just tucked in behind the pair of them, riding shotgun at the moment.
Yeah, Ben Gautry got a win yesterday in this class, and interesting, he waited all season last year on his Aprilia, didn't he? 125 that is, to get a win, and he took one on the last round, and he's got one on the first round so far. Can he make it a double?
Yes, was a brilliant summation to that season last year for the Aprilia Super Teams, and Ben, one of the nicest riders out there. I think that would be the vote of most of his friends in the paddock as well. But he's also, let's face it, they're great pals on track as well, Ben Gautry and Will Hodgson. I say on track, not on the bikes. They're great mates around the paddock, but my goodness me, it's all bets off once they get out there racing.
Yeah, there's Phil Canessa, number 29, just making his way through. He's having a much better race this time. Danny Murphy's just been dropped slightly by the top three, but his lap times are getting faster and faster. So keep an eye on that number 23.
Yep, there he is, Steve. He's got back up into fourth place. And now look at this, in a different order, but the same constituent parts. This great four-way battle that we had earlier, well, is it going to be replicated? We've got Will Hodgson, number 14. And number 25, Ben Gautry. 100 is the earlier winner, Connor Tagg. And as you say, on the back of the bunch, 23, hunting him down, Danny Murphy.
Well, can Will Hodgson from Wigan actually get his name on the winner's trophy for this race? He is leading the championship at this point. That's what consistency does for you, but he'd love a win more than anything else.
Yep. And there goes that number 49 machine of Nigel Palmer. That's the little Ducati. But up the front, it's hard to take your eyes off this lot. Look, it's almost flying formation down into Ed Wieners, and it is still Will Hodgson with the slight advantage. He's also got a massive advantage in terms of the hair on his head. He's probably got more hair than the rest of the grid put together.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if it's good for the slipstreaming, though. And look at this, three abreast as they go in, and Danny Murphy's just about to try and do two of them. Oh, dear! Ben Gautry's down.
Ben, he just tipped it in, didn't he? The front went under, and that was that. Oh, what a terrible shame. We've lost one of the main parts of that fighting battle at the front. But yes, you're right, an absolutely stupendous move by Danny Murphy, and he looks as though he's lining up Will Hodgson. Connor Tagg needs to do a bit of work so that he doesn't get dropped off this lead battle.
Well, did Danny Murphy touch Ben Gautry going into the hairpin there? I'm not quite sure.
Well, the answer is I've no idea. From the angle I was looking at it, there appeared to be no contact whatsoever, but I'm sure there might be two different stories at the end of this.
Well, once again, we're left with this situation where Will Hodgson leads going into the closing stages. Danny Murphy's broken the 450 lap record, so it's looking like it's going to be a straight fight between these two.
Yep, yes, that flag is out, so it's all bets off. It's run what you brung and see what you can do about it. Number 30 running through there is Liam Shelcock. But meanwhile, the leaders are on their way back from Lakeside. And look at this, almost side by side, not quite coming into Ed Wieners. It's still Will Hodgson with the advantage. Keep your eye on the number 14, very similar, of course, in terms of appearance, these machines, and indeed the riders' helmets as well. But 14 is Will Hodgson, 23 is Danny Murphy. Who is going to get the race win? Danny Murphy's got the inside run up into the hairpin. Will Hodgson just letting the back wheel just slide out there, but he runs wide on the exit, can't squeeze through into the bus stop. It's all about the elbow, and Danny Murphy nearly bins it there, bouncing over the curb, but he stays on board and sees the checkered flag by a couple of feet there from Will Hodgson. Good race. Well done, guys. And Connor Tagg sits there in third place, and I think he'd be quite pleased not to have been in the mix there at the last corner. Danny Murphy then, superb win there, Steve, from Will Hodgson. Connor Tagg in third, ahead of Phil Canessa, Nicky Pearce and Liam Shelcock. There we are, told you there'd be a lot of hairdo on the podium, and Danny Murphy the winner. The standings then, Will Hodgson leading by just 3 points from Danny Murphy and Ben Gautry.
The lights went out really quick on the start, so I was like 7th off the first lap. It took me a bit to settle in, but then I just picked my way back, and I knew I was going to do well. A bit close, but yeah, it was a good race.